What is going on, everybody? I'm Rob Westerman III of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the, you guessed it, Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over social media at GBP Daily, and if you are not already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate that. It is Sunday, October 27th, game day. Packers are heading down to, or are already there in Jacksonville, taking on the 2-5 Jaguars. Some folks are calling this a trap game, and I'm just not buying into it. I think the Packers are hitting their stride and will come out of the gates firing today. The Jaguars back end, that includes Darnell Savage. Yes, former Packers safety Darnell Savage is just not a good group. So hopefully we'll have plenty of opportunities to exploit them during the game, and their defense as a whole just doesn't match up very well against us over on offense. Trap games don't exist for teams that forget the previous week. Vader says in the Instagram chat, I absolutely agree. I, for one, am excited to kind of see how much Josh Jacobs gets the ball today, especially early on. Hopefully they can run them down with him and Emmanuel Wilson to start the game. And then on the flip side, hopefully we'll see Christian Watson get some deep shots down the field. I think this is a game where we'll see Christian get his fair share of targets going against that Jaguars secondary. The Packers are third in the NFL in explosive plays and in plays that are 20 yards or longer. They are second with 33 so far this season. So we've won 3 straight games. The Jaguars have won 2 straight games. Smaller streaks, of course, but one of them has to budge today. The Jaguars, they've got just 1 interception on the year so far. And as we know, with Jordan leading the league in picks thrown with 8 this season, hopefully that number will stay there following the game today. Let's hop in the chat here. See what the vibe is. If you want to be a part of the show, you know the deal. Give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline. Numbers on the screen, 309-242-2332. Give me a call. I'm taking your calls right now. You got a prediction for the game today? I want to hear it. So give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline. Number is on the screen. Haley starting us off. My shift of worrisome has focused to the long snapper instead of the kicker. Hopefully that doesn't rear its ugly head today. Well, Haley, you are entitled to have that opinion because, yes, our long snapper, Matt Orzik, has had himself some poor snaps over the last few weeks and really over the course of his Packers career. Thankfully, Daniel Whelan, we've got him at punter. He's been able to corral a few of those to prevent them from being some game-changing plays. We saw it last week on the game-winning field goal after the bad snap for Matt Orzik. Daniel Whelan, thankfully, was able to grab that and put it into position for McManus to hit it through. And then a few weeks back, Orzik just about flung it out of the back of the end zone. I think that was against the Vikings, if I remember correctly. And thankfully, Daniel Whelan was able to sky up and grab that and prevent it from becoming a safety. So hopefully today is the start of having no issues with snapping the ball on special teams. Eviction Gang in the chat. What's going on, Rob, my brother? You know what today is. Not game day. It's pain day. Green Bay or no way. 31-20 Green Bay. I absolutely love it. Jesse in the chat. Do you think they will go after a DN before the trade deadline? Chase Young would make a good impact. I do not. I would welcome any addition that would make the team better, of course, but I just don't see them making any additions. I also don't see them selling anybody. I don't think we have anybody that teams are willing to give up picks for. I saw Eric Stokes' name being floated around as a player they could possibly trade away. But no offense to Eric Stokes, he just isn't having that great of a year, and I don't think any opposing teams would be willing to give up any sort of draft capital to get him. So, Jesse, although I would love and welcome any addition that would make our team better, I just, for some reason, I don't see the Packers doing it. We'll see, though. That's why I'm sitting here down in my office, hanging out, talking with you guys, and not at 1265 making any moves because, frankly, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, So, Jesse, appreciate you hopping on, my man. Have yourself a great game day. My man Durant's in the chat. Evan Williams is a dog. Ja Money pick, X pick, Christian Watson big game. Those are some fluid predictions I would welcome. Absolutely. Ja Money getting a pick would be great. Xavier McKinney getting a pick 6 would be nice. I would like to see X get back on his interception track. We shall see, though. We shall see. Mr. Packer, good mornings. Greetings from West Covina, California. Go, Pack, go. Mr. Packer, have yourself a great game day. I am looking forward to it. Mr. Beltran, special teams makeup day incoming. I hope so. I hope we can get our punt return under wraps. I hope Rich Bisaccia, who is the highest paid special teams coordinator in the league, can get a grip on his special teams unit and get them performing in a way that they should be. I think they're 27th right now in special teams ranks, and that's not good enough. So hopefully we can see a better game out of our special teams unit. I absolutely agree, Mr. Beltran. Thank you for hopping in the chat. I appreciate you. Little Dirty over at Instagram. Not going to finish reading your handle, but thank you for tuning in. Jordan Love, 4 touchdowns, 325 passing yards. Love it. I would love it. He's the only quarterback so far this year to have multiple 4-touchdown passing games, and let's extend that streak. Let's get those touchdown numbers up, and hey, who knows? Maybe we'll find him in the MVP conversation later down the line, even with missing 2 games. So I will take that. Tristan, feeling a big game from Christian Watson today. You and my man Durant are feeling big games from Christian today. I'm with you, though. We haven't had ourselves one of those Christian Watson games so far this year, and I think it's the perfect time to do so. The Jaguars have given up the most 20-plus yard touchdowns with 6 so far this year, and hopefully we'll see Christian get, 1, maybe 2 of those today. So give me a 5-catch, 120-yard, 2-touchdown day from Christian, and I will be one happy man. That is for sure. Tristan, thank you for hopping in the chat. Have yourself a great game day. What else we got? Joseph, it has been a little quiet on these Josh Jacobs front so far this year. Joseph, as far as his production goes, he's done great. I don't think the way it's gone about has been on the – I do think it's kind of been on the quieter front as far as the hype, from us and from the league, that sort of thing. He does have 540 rushing yards so far this year, which ranks 4th in the NFL. Derrick Henry, of course, being far and away the leader, I think, with like 800 and some. But he's a different breed. But, only 1 rushing touchdown to add to that, and he is averaging 4.5 yards a carry, so I'll take that. So doing pretty good on the ground, and through the air, he's got 117 receiving yards and just 1 touchdown. That 1 touchdown, of course, coming in last week's game against the Texans, and that was his first receiving touchdown in his entire career, which is crazy to think about with how long he's been in the league. I think we'll see a healthy dosage of Josh Jacobs, him and Emmanuel today, especially early on to get things rolling and open up the rest of the offense. So hopefully Josh Jacobs can get fed pretty well. I also do think the Packers are kind of taking an approach to hopefully make him last the entire season, and that way we can kind of hit the ground running, so to speak, in the playoffs with Josh Jacobs. So it's a long season. I don't think he'll be he's 4th in rushing yards, so you find no complaints from me for sure. Joseph, thank you for hopping in. Vader, defense held a top 5 quarterback to 89 yards. I expect no less from a worse quarterback with worse weapons that leads the league in drops. Well, Vader, they lead the league in drops, but you know how it goes when we play. They're going to be making crazy catches and probably have no drops today. I feel like that's just how it goes for us. But I'm with you. I hope we can corral Trevor Lawrence. He's been playing pretty well the entire course of this season, but especially the last 3 weeks. So they're 2-1 in those games. And, yeah, we talked about it this week. They've lost games by 3 points. They lost the game by 4 points, and they lost the game by 5 points. So they're super close to being 5-2 instead of 2-5. But their record is their record, and sure, is it a team we can't overlook? Absolutely, you can't overlook any team. But it's a team we definitely should beat. So and should beat by a couple scores. So hopefully that is the case today. Let's get the fact of the day rolling, shall we? It is a good one, I tell you what.
For your Green Bay Packers fact of the day, brought to you by TickPick. They guarantee to have the lowest prices on Packers tickets. If you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, TickPick will give you 110% of your money back. If you want $20 off your next ticket order, use the code Packers20 at checkout. That's Packers20. This promo code can only be used in the app, so make sure to download the TickPick app today.
All right, your fact of the day, Xavier McKinney. Xavier McKinney. He had a sack last week, no interception, no turnovers. He had himself a pretty good game. But through the first 7 weeks of this season, he's got 1 sack, 5 interceptions. He's allowed 2 catches on the 8 targets that have come his way. A 0.0 passer rating, so pretty dang good. Xavier is well on his way to having an all-pro type of season. And if he can continue to rack up some turnovers, get a few sacks on the way, he'll definitely be finding himself in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation by the time the end of the regular season comes. So hopefully, I'm a little turnover fatigued. We didn't get one as a whole last week. We haven't had an Xavier pick in 2 weeks. I'm really needing one. So hopefully our team can get a turnover. Hopefully X can get a pick. And yeah, we're going to go up against Trevor Lawrence in a team that's not the greatest. So hopefully our squad can grab a few of those today. Big shout out to TickPick for partnering up with myself. I've used them. Used them a couple weeks ago when I went to the Cardinals-Packers game. They have and guarantee the cheapest tickets on the market. And if you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, they will refund you your money 110%. So download the app, use the code Packers20 at checkout for $20 off the already cheapest tickets on the market. What else we got? Durant. Would love to see Evan Williams get a pick. Durant, I'm with you. He's been balling out on all fronts. You saw him last week stuff that 2-point try by the Texans. And how many points did we end up winning the game by? 2. So big plays coming out of Evan Williams. And yeah, he's around the ball. He's going to get his here sometime soon. And hopefully that is today. I would love to see it as well. Kent, would be big to get to 6-2 before welcoming the Lions to Lambeau Field next weekend. Yes, Kent, it would be. We as fans, we have the luxury of being able to look ahead to any games that we want that are left on the schedule. But next weekend's game being one of those massive games. The Lions are in first place in the North. They're 6-1. And yeah, next weekend's game is going to be for all the marbles, at least for the first half of the season. And for everyone's sake, though, I do hope, and I kind of know and think that the Packers are taking this thing 1 week at a time. You hear Coach say it often. The goal is to go 1-0 each week, and the league can humble you pretty quick. So hopefully they are putting all their focus on the Jags today, because it is not going to be a cakewalk. And hey, once we get the win today, celebrate a little victory Monday tomorrow, and then boom, turn the page to the Lions next Sunday at Lambeau Field. It's a 3:25 start, and it's probably going to be for first place in the North. So Kent, thank you for hopping in. A good place to end there. That is going to do it for me today as far as the show goes. Appreciate you guys tuning in. But as you know, the content never stops. I'm always posting anything and everything related to the Packers all day long on the socials, especially today, game day. Everything you need to know on the field, off the field, that has to do with the Packers. I will be posting it all over social media. So be sure to be following me at JP Daily. And if you're not already, it would mean a ton if you could subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate that. I will be back and at it again tomorrow to discuss the Packers win over the Jaguars and to celebrate a victory Monday with everybody. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I will catch you on the flip side. Let's get a win today and go Pack go. Thank you.